This earnings season, we keep seeing over and over again that if you bet on well-run companies with a history of strong execution and great brand equity, they tend not to let you down. Take Snap-on, the leading maker of premium hand and power tools for auto repair shops, as well as aerospace, agriculture, construction, mining, power generation clients, anything that's mission critical. As I said at the beginning of the show, though, Snap-on has been a consistent innovator, which is why this stock just can't seem to stop going higher, rallying another $3.51, or a little more than 2% today, after the company reported yet another top-notch quarter this morning. This was Snap-on's 8th consecutive top and bottom line beat. It's no wonder the stock has given us a terrific 23% return since we last spoke to the CEO in July. This got more room to run. Let's check in with Dick Pinchuk. He is the chairman, president, and CEO of Snap-on. Hear more about the quarter and his company's prospects. Mr. Pinchuk, welcome back to Mad Money.
Great to be here, Jim. Good to see you.
Sir, we talk about your company as a stealth technology play, not a hand tool play.
Right.
This quarter more than ever, I bet.
Right, that's right. I mean, you see this, what you're seeing is one of the big things, the big tailwinds behind Snap-on is the changing technology in the marketplace. And what we do, we go into those workplaces and see what practically will make work easier for mechanics and technicians of any kind, professionals, and we translate that back to our innovators, our product development people, and it brings out new products. Brings out. Let me point one out here. Here's something called the Ethos. This is a brand new diagnostic product. Now, diagnostic products have been around for a long time. We have something here called the Modus, but this is for the experienced tech. What's happening now is more and more of the jobs in an automotive repair business are requiring diagnostics. Used to be that 50 engine codes, 20 years ago, 50 engine codes on a car. Now there's 5,000. To the point that a new car, 80% of the repairs, changing batteries, working on the windows, working on oil changes require diagnostics. So it used to be that you'd sell these downtown tools, these very experienced tools, to only experienced techs and to the garage. Now almost every tech needs them. Less than 40% have them now. We're bringing this out it's less than half the price. It's very simple. Navigation's easy, and we expect all technicians to need one.
And you're about, I think, meeting the unmet needs. No one else has these products. I know of it because most people don't listen to their customers or treat them with the respect that you do.
Right. It all started from the beginning in 1920. Snap-on was founded. Auto repair was just starting. And our founder got an idea. Take 5 handles of different sizes, put them together with 10 different configurations, put them together with 10 sockets of different sizes and fashioned them so they'd snap on interchangeably. It was an innovation that revolutionized tool sets all over the country, and that tradition of innovation echoes down through us in things like the Ethos. But he did something that was even more important. He told his salesman to lay those tools out on green felt inside the garage, implying that they were as precious as surgeons' knives, and also implying that if the technician used these tools, he would declare to the world that his job was as important perhaps as a surgeon. And that means that that's echoed down through us all these decades now. And so when people use Snap-on tools, they're declaring to the world that my job is special. They are the outward sign of the pride and dignity they have in their work, and it's one of the reasons why people want our tools.
Okay, now explain to me, you're always innovating. You rapid, continuous improvement.
Yes.
Rock and roll cabs. We haven't talked about
Rock and roll cabs. Well, for years, we've had, for a long time now, back from that beginning, we have 3,476 franchise vans that ride around the United States and call on garages in weekly routes. But the vans basically are rolling retail space, and they are bounded by the space there. So there's only so much you can put on. So what we decided is we would burst through the space. We'd take advantage of this, and we'd provide company-owned stores, company-owned retail space that rolled out and went in the routes periodically and added to that space. For example, the rock and roll cabs are for tool storage boxes. You can only fit a couple on a van, a normal van, which is the size of a bread truck. But the rock and roll cabs, a customer, a technician, get on there and look at maybe 20 or 30 of these and say, boy, I really like the red one with the carbon fiber trim. I like this one. Or I like this one with the power tool drawer organizer. And so it added that space. And that's one of the reasons why that particular business was up 12.9% in the quarter. And the last 20 quarters, it has grown more than 6%, 19 of 20 times.
Well, now, I'd be remiss, though, if I didn't talk about these other areas that you're going in. We think aerospace is a major growth market. Obviously, you're building tools now that no one else has for aerospace.
Right. Well, the whole thing, we call this the idea that what we've done for technicians for decades is observe the work and make it easier. And we've had the brand that is the outward sign of pride and dignity. But we know that people in aerospace, oil and gas, respect our brand. So we're rolling our activities out of the garage, observing the work in those places, and coming up with new tools. For example, here we have, let's see, I can find an aerospace tool. If you look at this kind of tool, this is one of these tools that works very well in the aerospace situation because it will cut both hard wire and soft wire, very important in aerospace, and so it's made just for that. And you can look at spline sockets, which meet both mil spec. These spline sockets down here would meet both mil spec and aviation specifications. What that means is they're tough, they won't break, and they'll fit in those places where jet engines are. And what's happened is that business grew at 9.8% in a quarter.
These are amazing. And now also, and I know it's my last question, but France. You were worried about it last time you were on.
France gave me a headache for years.
Always came here and said it.
Now, but what we did was, and we've done this. You see this?